Greetings, I am Gunashekaran. I am going to explain two topics. First, bottom sheet dialog box, and next is adapter flipper view. The model bottom sheet always appears from the bottom of the screen, and if the users click on the outside content, then it is dismissed. It can be dragged vertically and can be dismissed by sliding it down. Daily application like Google Drive, Maps or Music Player app is using this. So initially we need to include the dependency in the build.gradle file as implementation com.google.android.material 1.5.0. After adding this dependency, we have to sync it. After syncing, we moving on to the designing part. We will start with adding a layout. Here I have used relative layout as a parent. Then for initiating a bottom sheet, I included a normal button. We can go to palette, click on buttons, and we can easily drag and drop it on the screen, or else by typing button we could select it. Now let me explain the coding part. First, we have to declare the button with its object, and the next step is to create an object reference for button. This is important since it acts as link between XML and Java code. Basically, we have to handle the tapping action of a button. So I used a listener called onClickListener for activating the button, and the default method called onClick method will be overridden. Inside this method, we need to type the corresponding code for handling it. For performing bottom sheet, we need to use the bottom sheet dialog box and initialize the object variable of it, which means we are creating a dialog box in the form of bottom sheet. After that, using setContentView method, we have included the layout file which will be using for bottom sheet dialog. Content means viewing a specific content in the given place. Set cancelled on touch outside is a method probably used in this dialog. As I already said, if we touch the other part of the screen, the bottom sheet will be closed. To make this statement justifiable, we can make the method true. In the layout for dialog, I have created two edit text and buttons. These components have necessary attributes like ID layout width, layout height and some more. So we have to link those objects with their respective IDs. And then on clicking button, we have set a toast message to be displayed. Toast is a class with three methods. First is environment, and the second one is message, and third is duration of the message is to be displayed. Finally, show method is used to display the bottom sheet dialog. If we did not use this method, then bottom sheet won't be displayed. And finally, now I will run the app. Yeah, it's working fine. We could see the bottom sheet dialog got appeared from the bottom while on clicking the button. Here it asks username and password. First I enter the username as ABC. After that I enter the password. Here we see submit button. By submitting this, a toast message will be displayed. If I touch outside the bottom sheet dialog, the dialog box codes. If I click again bottom sheet, the bottom sheet will be open. Then again we have to enter the username and password, and then we click submit. It will toast the message called submit button click. This is a bottom sheet dialog application. Now I am going to explain about adapter flipper view. The adapter view flipper class is a subclass of view animator class. It is commonly used in slides. It is an element of transition widget which helps to add transition on the views. This is the hierarchy of adapter flipper view. A simple view animator will animate between more views that have been added to Most importantly, only one child is shown at a time. If we want, we can automatically fix a regular time interval to flip between each child. View flipper and adapter view flipper both are subclasses of view animator. The only difference is adapter view flipper uses to adapter to fill data, similar to display, spinner, recycle view, etc. So the views representing the children can be recycled. We have to follow steps to implement this. First we need to create a project and then we need to create an array list. In here I have used two arrays, one for storing string data and the other is for storing the images. So it will be integer type because we have stored as image inside resource drawable folder. So all the REST files have unique ID which is numeric form. So we need to use integer as data type. Second step, we need to create an object ref for adapter flipper view. Third step, we need to create our own customized adapter for setting the data in views. Fourth one, then we have add the time interval. Everything that was said before should be done in main activity file. Then let me show you the implementation. First, in the XML part, we have to add the UI component called adapter view. Then we need to create another layout file with images and text view. In the Java file, we need to add the code to initiate the adapt view flipper. As I mentioned earlier, we have created two arrays. After creating, we have to set the adapter to fill the data in view. Set flip interval is the method to fix the time between views to get switched. Auto start is the method to enable the switching to be done automatically. So that adapter view flipper switch between the views and the current view will go out and the next view will come in the after the given time interval. Next step, it would be creating an adapter class which extends the base adapter in that, and then we have to set the data in the views. In here we have to declare the array names and the context variable. Then we have to include the constructor with the arrays and environment variable as parameter. Then we have to include the constructor with the arrays and environment variable as parameter. Then we have to override four important methods. First would be collecting the size of array, so the values would be numeric format, so the return is integer. In here we have to return the count of objects. Second would be getting the specific item based on the position, and the return type is object, as we are returning each views in the regular interval of time. Based on the item ID, we could get the respective items. Finally, get view. Finally, we have to include a important method called getView method. This method is used to get a specific view of data source, and this method has three parameters called position of integer data type, and second is view object from view class, and the last parameter is view group class and parents as its object. View group is the collection of views. Here, with the object of view class, we have to get the layout to be filled the layout file, and the view can be made to null. Then we have used some components in the layout files of flipper view. The components are like text view, image view for viewing the images and textures. These components will have some necessary attributes like ID, layout width and layout height. Now we have to link those objects with the respective IDs that we have given in layout file. We have number of items in the array. We have to fetch each item name and it's managed in a specific view of specific time. For storing the text data inside the text view, we have used two method. Using setText method, we need to set the data in text view based on their position. For images, we have to use setImageResource method. With the help of index, we could fetch the data from the string array for names. And similarly for images, we have used its index to fetch the data. After adding all these codes, we could return the view object. And finally, this is the desired output. Each fruit items is getting flipped on a regular interval of time, so that adapter view flipper switch between the views and the current view will go out and the next view will come in after the given time interval. That's it. This is the implementation for the adapter flipper view. Thank you, sir. By Gunashekaran, 19 BCA 0020.